Naturia Volcanic Trap Tricks. Yeah, you heard me say that right. Assault mode returns, and we have Tech Genius for you guys today. What a video, actually. That's some spicy rope. Make sure you guys smash your evolving crap out of the subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more, well, interesting videos. The first list we have for you guys is Volcanic Naturia. Actions Yu-Gi-Oh! Uploaded this. This was a third place deck profile. And I kind of look at this and I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but I like it. Alright, so we have triple copies of Naturia Antjaw. When your opponent normal summons a monster, special level 3 or lower Naturia monster from your deck. Okay, sure, easy. We have one Bamboo Little Shoot. This is probably the best card in your deck. If this card is tribute summoned by tributing a Naturia monster, while this card remains face up, your opponent cannot activate spell trap cards. I'm so glad that they actually gave them one of the best disruptions in the entire game. We have one Naturia Jelly Beans, one Butterfly, oh my gosh, two copies of Maron, one copy of the Naturia Mosquito, one copy of Naturia Rock, one copy of Sunflower, and then we have triple copies of Myramilio and triple copies of Volcanic Scatter Shot, wrapping up your monster lineup here. Now, spells, we have triple copies of Foolish Bro Goods, triple copies of Pot of Duality, two copies of Pot of Extravagance, and triple copies of Pot of Prosperity for spells. Traps, we have one Blaze Accelerator Reload, triple copies of Crackdown, triple copies of Dogmatica Punishment, triple copies of everybody's favorite Floodgate Trap Hole, one Imperial Order, triple copies of the Naturia Sacred Tree, triple copies of Paleozoic Merlaw, two copies of Illinoides, triple copies of Quaking Mirror Force, triple copies of Solemn Judgment, triple copies of Solemn Strike, two copies of Storming Mirror Force, and triple copies of Trap Trick. Definitely goes to prove that traps are a hard carry in the modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Format. We have one for Jet, triple copies of Sarah, one copy of the Seraphim Papillion. Interesting to see that this card actually gets to see play. We have one Unicorn, one Phoenix, one Black Luster Soldier, one Asa, one Access Code, one Totally Awesome, one Opabinia, one Last Warrior, and two copies of Anintis. Inside deck here we have triple Fossil Dyna, one Rose Whip, triple copies of Seer Mode, one Gravedigger's Hole, two copies of Heavy Storm Duster, one Storming Mirror Force, two Waking of the Dragon, and two copies of Wiretap. Wrapping up what probably is the biggest mess of cards that I've seen in a very long time in terms of like productivity, the chance to like do anything in today's metagame. But that being said, this is definitely very spicy in terms of options and things that you can do. Who would have thought that like trap cards could carry an entire deck? Yeah, I remember. Eldritch. Alright, next up we actually have, you guys are in for a treat here. This is Tech Genius, or TG for those of you that love this deck. You guys know that you can discard Miscellaneous Sarasaurus, and well, one of these guys is a cool dinosaur. I never really remember which one it is. Alright, but you're able to basically start combo with this cool, yeah, it's the Raptor. Yeah. So control Tech Genius monster, special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon this card once per turn this way, and then once per turn during end phase, card sent to the graveyard, destroy blah blah blah. You have to add a TG card. Doesn't matter. All right, we're just using this to get an additional body on the field. So TG full combo Warrior Package Express, and this was piloted by Daniel Guerin, getting first place. So we have triple copies of Ash Blossom, Enjoy Spring, one copy of the Fire Flint Lady, one copy of Miscellaneous Sarasaurus, when its entire life purpose is just to summon TG Booster Raptor. We have triple copies of Neospace Connector, and the one Aqua Dolphin, two copies of the Space Rock, triple copies of the Super Quantum Red Layer, triple copies of the TG Booster Raptor, triple copies of the Screw Serpent, triple copies of TG Striker, also Warrior by the way, so enjoy full comboing. We have one copy of the TG Tank Grub, and triple copies of TG Warwolf. And then we have two copies of Durandal, one Called by the Grave, one copy of Different Dimension Reincarnation, triple copies of Fossil Dig, one Feather Duster, one Living Fossil, one Rhoda, two copies of Talents, and one copy of Imperial Order. Down here in the extra deck, we have one Unchained Abomination, one copy of the Trident Launcher, one Isolde, one Hulk with one Wonder Magician, two Star Guardians, one Dragonfly, one Gladiator, two copies of the Stardust Warrior, one copy Satellite Warrior, one Herald, one Formula, and the one copy of the Crystron Phoenix. Then side deck here we have triple Lancia, one copy of Godarla, one Gamma Seal, two copies of Ghost Bell, triple copies of Retaliating Sea, two copies of Forbidden Droplet, and triple copies of Evenly Matched, wrapping up Daniel's very interesting take on TG. I've seen, I don't know what it is, but for some reason I've seen at least 3 people playing TG recently on stream in random matches, and they've all been different peoples, and I've seen this whole misc into the TG Booster Raptor a lot lately. So I'm kind of wondering if there's just been like a secret innovation for this deck across like multiple platforms, because this deck finished first place at its locals. So it is kind of cool to see that players are perfecting TGs to a whole nother level. Like, this is awesome. Next up, oh boy, this is what I come here for. I frickin' love Stardust. Sharif El Gandhi got second place at his event with Stardust, aka we're just the best Stardust deck around. Oh no. So actually, this is a much different take on this deck, because we're just using the assault mode engine here. We're not even producing crazy stuff. We're just accessing things like Kite Drake and amongst other things, other cool stuff. So I'm not entirely sure how this pile of cards is supposed to work, but I believe that we're just using this as any sort of level synchro engine that we could possibly want to access options. So we have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, one copy of Assault Beast, triple copies of Assault Sentinel, triple copies of the Psy Reflector, and then we have triple copies of Gamma, and one copy of Psyframe Driver. And then we have one copy called by the Grave, triple copies of Cosmic Cyclone, triple copies of Fire Formation Tinky, because, you know, Beast Warrior. We have triple copies of Extrav, two copies of Prosperity, one copy of the Assault Mode Activate, triple copies of Crackdown, one Macrocosmo, triple copies of Solemn Strike, triple copies of TC Boo, and triple copies of Torrential Tribute. And then we have one Dryden, because we can steal the opponent's monster. Two copies of Ascension, one copy of Big Super Trishula, one copy of Little Trishula. Then we have one Scarlight, one Omega, two copies of the High-Speed Roid Kiter Drake, specific summoning conditions. And we have one copy of the Dawn Dragster, triple copies of Draco Berserker, with one Quantum and the one BLs. And then we have one copy of Pinkertops, triple copies of the Nibiru Machine, triple copies of Dark Ruler No More, one Feather Duster, triple copies of Evenly Matched, one copy of Importer, and triple copies of Solemn Judgment, wrapping up Sharif's very interesting take on the entire assault mode strategy. You're basically just using this as a stepping stone to perform synchro plays, and whatever that you want to make, whether it be a walking macro Cosmo, negates through this. Even if you want to change the list and play Stardust and Stardust assault mode per se itself, it's really up to you. But this is definitely kind of interesting to see what you can kind of come up with for takes for playing a back row strategy with stuff like this. All right. And then last but not least here, we have, oh man, we've been covering a lot of this lately. So this is Christian Davis's first place list out of locals as well. The whole Earth Infinitetrack deck, this has been gaining a lot of hype recently, and I'm actually kind of in love with this. Seeing the general progress and things that this deck has gone through has been really nice. We have one copy of Ancient Gearbox, triple copies of Artifact Lancia, triple copies of Asher Blossom and Joy Spring, one copy of the Heavy Freight Train Dare Crane, one copy of Anchor Drill, triple copies of Brutal Dozer, triple copies of Infinitetrack Harvester, two copies of the Infinitetrack Trencher, one copy of the Tunneler, one Citadel, one copy of Fortress with triple copies of Metal Cruncher, one Bullet Train. Then we have triple copies of Heavy Forward, triple copies of the Machina Redeployment, two copies of Virgin Schedule. Then we have two copies of Ice Dragon's Prison, triple copies of Machina Overdrive, and triple copies of everybody's favorite Torrential Tribute. It's almost like this card, getting to blow up an entire free field, is just free real estate. And then we have triple copies of Goliath, two copies of the double header Anger Knuckle. Then we have one Ballista, one Juggernaut Levy, one Gustav Max, one Inner Blafnir, one Dora the Explorer, one River Stormer, one Earth Slicer Gigant, Zeus and Mr. Dingrisu. Then we have triple copies of Drone Lockbird, triple copies of Cosmic Cyclone, triple copies of Hadoken, one heavy or Harpy's Feather Duster, of course the Imperial Order, one Skill Drain, and triple copies of Solemn Judgment Man, wrapping up Christian's Infinitetrack strategy for everybody. So, smash your favorite crab button, subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more excellent content. Please leave a comment down below. I love reading the comments on these decks. And I will see your beautiful faces back here later on in the day for some cool, awesome content. Peace out, guys. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCool40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCool40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcoolgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.